Are you relatively new to painting and find color mixing a complete mystery? Well, if this is you, keep watching because I am about to show you some concepts that will help you mix the exact color you're looking for every single time. And the best part is, it only takes 7 tubes of paint. So you are able to save money and storage space, and you'll only need a few supplies. So if this is interesting to you, keep watching. My first mini course is on color, and I've asked my friend Casey to learn along with you.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here. I haven't even touched a brush since high school. Also, as a recent empty nester, I'm so excited to learn something new. So thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm very excited to have
Yes,
you.
me too.
So let's get started.
Yay!
So today we're going to talk about how to manipulate color, how to use the information we learned last week about understanding color, and now we're going to use that to manipulate color.
Absolutely. And if you guys haven't watched last video, please go back and watch it. And don't be afraid if you have to watch it a few times. This concept has taken me a little bit to wrap my head around. But it's also been really exciting because the part last time we learned about how we can see green is amazing. Would you mind explaining that?
Sure.
Again?
Yes.
Recapping that?
Recapping. So normally what we used to think about yellow and blue adding to make green, and really yellow and blue subtract each other out to reveal green. Green was hidden before in both yellow and blue, and so when you get rid of them, the green is invisible. So it's a new way of looking at color, and I understand it takes a little bit of time.
Yes, that has definitely, I mean, it's been a long time since I've learned art, but it wasn't exactly what I thought how we could see it. So that was, yeah, that's really interesting.
There are 3 primary colors,
Okay.
red, yellow, and blue, and when you go to buy a paint, it's good to buy 2 different kinds of reds, 2 different kinds of yellows, and 2 different kinds of blues, because you'll be able to easier mix the secondaries.
Okay.
Now a secondary is the color in between.
So this would be orange
Orange,
and green.
green, and
Okay.
actually blue and red have another one, violet
Violet. Okay.
or purple.
So when you're saying buy 2 reds, you don't mean buy 2 of the same tubes of the same, like you mean pick out 2 different reds.
2 different reds.
2 different reds in the red spectrum, 2 different yellows, and 2 different blues. Okay.
Yes.
So not 2 of the same, not 2
Not-
crimson red.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
Got it.
You know, you'll have, let's call this an orange red.
Okay.
Let's call this a violet red. Or red violet, red orange, yellow orange, because that's the higher one, and yellow green, because green is the higher one.
Okay.
This is blue green, because green is the higher one,
Okay.
and blue purple.
Okay.
So those are the 6 colors, and then white, and using those 6 colors in white, we'll be able to mix all the different colors that we might want to.
So you don't need all of the colors. You just need these 3 primary colors and white.
Yes,
Okay.
but you need 2 versions,
2 versions
in
of each
order to make
primary.
it work. If you had a perfect red, and you had a perfect yellow and a perfect blue, and you mix them together,
Yeah, they would. Then they would just. You almost need
You'd
the
need
impurity
only
so
black.
you can pull the. Okay, that way you would have a. Got it.
yes,
Yes.
because if this purple and this orange were at the exact equal point in this purity, if you had a pure red, you'd have exactly the same amount of orange and purple inside there.
Yes.
But what would happen when you mix that together?
Then it'd just be black.
They would all just
All go.
away.
Okay.
So that is why it's so important to get 2 different reds, 2 different yellows, 2 different blues, and
Okay.
then you'll be able to mix really bright
Okay.
secondaries.
Okay.
But let's make some predictions on which one would make the brightest orange.
Then I would go with these 2 because it has the most dominant impurity
Yes.
of those primary colors.
Yes, exactly. So let's bring that down here. What's going to happen? The red and the yellow are going to cancel each other out because they're a different pigment. And again, the green and the purple are going to cancel each other out because they're a different pigment. And what is left are the orange, and they're going to add
That's
together.
Okay.
And because they're the highest amount in here, they're going to be brighter. Now let's take the opposite of that. What if we want to make a dull orange?
A dull
A
orange.
dull orange. So
Well, you can't do those because they're already gone. So I'm guessing it would be. Oh gosh. These?
Yes, exactly.
No spectrum.
This spectrum. So this would be the red that has more purple in it, but just a tiny bit of orange. And this is a yellow that has more green in it, but just a tiny bit of orange. So what's going to happen is all of these colors are going to go to black. And then it's just a little bit of orange left peeking out, mixed in with all this black inside there. So it will be orange, but it'll be a dull orange.
Okay. I see. That's really clicking now. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's why you need two different colors of the orange or of the red.
Of the
Because
red
you
and
need
the
to have their
yellow.
purities to like, so they. Yes.
So you can manipulate. You
Okay.
want the control of these.
Okay.
Then you don't have to be locked into the tube color. You have the freedom to pick. Right?
Got it.
So let's do
Yes.
it again. Let's say we want a green. We're mixing a green. We don't have a tube of green. Let's pick a bright green.
Yep. Well, these ones are going to be the ones we would go for then.
Yes, because they're the closest to the green. It has the most impurity of green inside. And when you add these two together, you get a lot of green.
Yep.
Nice and bright.
Nice and bright.
Now let's do a dull green.
There would be these outside ones.
The outside ones, yes. So we go in here, flip these all to black. That's a lot of black, just a little bit of green.
Okay.
But that's a useful color, isn't it?
Very much.
Because that's what we see a lot of trees.
Yes. Trees and leaves and. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and purple, same. Which ones would make the brightest purple?
Well, this purple over here looks pretty tall, so I'm guessing the two outside.
The two outer ones make the best purple. Exactly. So these flip down, and here is a nice bright purple for making plums or grapes or whatever you need to make with purple. There's another purple, like a dull purple. How would you make dull
I think it
purple?
would be the ones on the inside.
The inside ones, so an orange red mixed with a green blue, make a dull purple, and this is very handy. Now we know why we don't need to buy a tube of orange, green, or purple, but what about brown or black? Should we buy a tube of brown or black?
Yeah, that would be what I would want to know how to
How to
why
do
I
it.
don't have to do that, and how I'm going to get those colors.
Exactly.
Yes.
We want to paint the tree trunk,
Yes.
right? And the dirt. What happens when we take all of these colors and mix them all together? What's going on inside that paint when we mix all of these together?
Well, we learned in the first video that when you do that, they all get absorbed.
They all get
And
absorbed.
it's just black.
And so they all flip down. They're
all
all
get canceled out.
absorbing each other. They're not letting anything escape. And so what's happening is black.
We see black.
So the more of these colors we mix, the closer and closer it gets to black.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Complete neutral. That's a complete neutral. If you mix every one of these primaries together, completely neutralize.
Okay.
Now, using that philosophy, what if we don't want it fully neutral?
Like we don't want a black. We want brown.
Yes.
Or variations of gray.
Right.
Okay.
We can start pulling things out of here. So now we can control how much of these flip down by pulling out. Let's say we pull out the yellow, and now what happens? What is left?
If you pull out the yellow, you lose the green and orange. Am I
Yes,
saying this right?
yes, you're
Okay.
right. You lose green and orange because those are different,
So you have,
and you lose the red and the blue because those are different.
yeah,
And now the only thing you have left is purple.
right.
We want to dull it out a little bit. How do we do that? Well, we can add in a little bit of yellow. And now yellow
Is that because of this? Because it's,
because there's no purple in it, it's going to start eating away at some of this purple. So it'll
start absorbing a little bit of it. It's making it duller.
yeah.
Okay.
It's going to take out this purple and this purple,
Yes.
right? Because
Yes.
that's how much added together
Right.
it makes. So now we only have this much purple left.
I see.
It
Got it.
eats it away.
Yeah. Okay.
It absorbs that.
Okay.
Let's try a different color. Let's say we're making a burnt orange, like my shirt here, like this color. We can start with bright orange. We're going to use yellow orange and red orange. And so they're going to make a nice bright orange. We started here, right? but we need to pull some of that away. If we add a red or a yellow to it, it might actually add a little bit to that orange, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Because they both, red or yellow, have little impurities to them.
Yeah, because they still have some in there.
So we want to fully dull down this orange.
We want something that's going to take it away.
Yeah, with no orange in its impurity, and so that is blue.
Blue, okay.
Either kind of blue will do that, right?
Okay, yeah, because this one, yeah.
Because it doesn't have any orange down in the bottom.
because
Neither of these orange.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
so we're going to put this in here, and now we're going to look and see, well, this much,
So that blue is going to take out that much orange.
this much orange. So it actually is going to take out all of this orange and a little bit of this orange. So it's going to really dull this down really quickly. And this is what's going to be left.
Get in there. There we go.
Just that much orange with
Oh,
all this
okay.
black.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah. So now we're getting that rich, or that
more of an earthy orange to it.
Okay.
Yep. So we did purple, we did orange, and green is the exact same way.
Yeah.
So next week, when we get out our paints, and you're going to mix and try out all these predictions we made today.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that part because now that we know how we get the colors we want, now we get to actually try and sample and play and see how to get that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So to get ready for that, I'm going to give you paint here that I have.
Yes.
But for you at home, you'll want to gather together the tools and supplies you need. So I made a video. It comes right after this video, and so that this week you can use that time to get the tools and supplies you need to follow along with us next week as we experiment and try out all these exercises. How much can we mix with these 7 colors? Is Naomi really true or not? Is she telling the truth?
I have a feeling she is. Well, make sure you subscribe.
Yes, to get that video when it comes out. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so that you're notified when it's ready.
Yes, and then make sure you like this too so more people can see it. I think this has been such an awesome learning experience, and I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for letting me help you, but I'm learning so much. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it too. I hope you are too. Be sure to like it if you are. Bye.
Bye.